The priceless works of art at the Crystal Bridges American Museum of Art are open to the public, but what they may not know is that there's a whole operation devoted to the safety of these works of art and their guests. The security at Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art plays an important role of the total experience that each guest receives at the museum. The primary reason for the need of security is the protection and preservation of the art, as well as the safety of the museum guests. The security at Crystal Bridges goes about the service of security in a slightly different manner than you may think. Geoff Goodrich, Director of Security at Crystal Bridges, explains how they do this.
Our goal, our main priority when we open to the public really is providing security as a byproduct of superior customer service. We want to make sure that when you come to visit Crystal Bridges, that all the expectations that you have are superseded beyond anything you can imagine. But just the fact that when you walk through the front door and you're greeted by happy, smiling people, and then as you enter every single gallery, our staff is there to welcome and invite you in to their space.
To achieve this high level of security and customer service, Mr. Goodrich has developed a layered approach to his security plan at the museum. Each layer has a specific duty in the protection of the art and the safety of the guests.
Everything that we do, whether it's the outside patrol officers on the trails with first aid training and first aid kits, to the patrol officers and the gallery attendants inside the museum, just looking out for your well-being while you're here, and those of your family or your children, whatever it might be. So it really is a multi-layered approach to the fact of the services that we provide.
The member of security staff that most museum guests will encounter is the gallery attendant. The gallery attendants are trained to observe their surroundings to ensure the safety of the art and the guests in the gallery. One interesting thing about most gallery attendants is that they do not have a security background. Mr. Goodrich looks for a very specific person to be a gallery attendant.
I want them to be happy people, because that's who you want to interact with on the floor. Then I can train them to be observant, to report the issues that are going on.
Jessica Farrell is one such happy person that became a gallery attendant when the Crystal Bridges opened. She patrols her assigned galleries, observing museum guests, making sure that they feel welcome at Crystal Bridges, but also at the same time make sure that everyone is following the museum rules in a polite, proactive manner.
The way we approach people is just kind of, they always tell us to be us, so we don't get trained really, because we all have our own certain ways of doing things, so they kind of just tell us to be ourselves. So I think we're all just naturally polite. Working with the people is very interesting. Approaching people is kind of intimidating because they're not doing something tangibly wrong. It's like approaching people never goes how you think it is going to go, and the different reactions always very interesting. Some people take it well, some people don't, so it's always keeps you on your toes.
The security staff at Crystal Bridges truly enjoys protecting the art and the museum guests. It is not just a job, it is a passion to protect the art to serve the guests.
Good deal. My favorite part of working here is probably the people I work with and the interacting with people on the job, because I find people very interesting. So probably just working around all the people I get to work with.
I really enjoy, the human aspect of it. Whether it's 200 or 500 or 1 million people a year that come through here, just knowing that at the end of the day, if nothing's happened, that means we did everything that we could. And if nobody knows anything that went on, even though during an event all kinds of things can happen, but if you as the attendee to the event don't know that all those things happen, that means we did everything really well. You go home, everything is wonderful, you want to come back again and bring your friends. And that really is what it's all about. It's making that human connection and letting you know that, hey, I'm here to take care of you if anything happens.
For On the Hill, I'm John Cooper.